Hello, welcome to this lecture. So in this lecture, we will design beam which is subjected to torsion. Well, normally beams are subjected to bending moment and shear force only, but there are some special beam which are subjected to torsion in combination with the bending and shear force also. So today we will see what are the design provision for the beam subjected to torsion, and this is the content that we are going to discuss in this lecture. So first of all, we will get introduced with the torsion, and then we will see torsion in reinforced concrete members, types of torsion, primary and secondary torsion, then behavior of torsion, behavior of plain concrete under torsion, and torsional reinforcement that is being provided in the beam to resist the torsion, and the modes of failure in torsion, and the IS code recommendations for the beam subjected to torsion, and then we will solve a design example. So first of all, talking about the effect of force. Well, we have seen that there are many effect of force which are being generated within the structural elements, and those effect can be compression. So force can compress a body, it can stretch a body, even it can bend a body, or it can twist a body, or it can shear off a body. So these are some of the basic effects of the force which we experience when we design the structural elements. So talking about the definition of torsion, well, there are many definitions of the torsion. One can define torsion in many ways. So for example, in case of solid mechanics, torsion is the twisting of an object due to an applied torque. So torque is basically the moment force into perpendicular distance. So when we apply force such that it can twist a body along its main axis or the longitudinal axis, so in that case we call it a torsional moment or the torque. So in this case, you can see the force is applied laterally to this beam, to this body, and it in turns it converts into the twisting moment. Similarly, if we talk about another definition, like a twisting action applied to a generally shaft-like cylindrical or tubular members, the twisting may be either reversed, back and forth, or unidirectional. Generally, uh, torsion or the torque in its pure form, generally it can occur in case of shaft of any vehicle. So torsion can occur when we apply the twisting moment. Say for example, in this case, if we apply a moment at one end in the clockwise direction and on the other end in the anti-clockwise direction, then in that case torsion will develop in this shaft. Or otherwise, if we fix one end of the shaft and then apply the torque from the other end, then also this beam will experience, this shaft will experience the twisting. So if we look at the another definition, the act of turning or twisting, or the state of being twisted, the twisting or wrenching of the body by the exertion of the lateral force tending to turn one end or part of it about a longitudinal axis, while the other is held fast or turned in the opposite direction. So that is what I have explained in this case and this case also. Say, if we take another example, for example, uh, say this is a beam like this, and if we apply a force here which is away from the vertical plane of this beam, in that case what will happen, this beam will twist like this. So then also uh, it will be subjected to torsion. So this force actually acting as a lateral force to turn this beam. Now, if we talk about the torsion in reinforced concrete members, so first of all, we will see what are the main elements which are generally subjected to the torsion. So there are some structural elements of structure which are generally subjected to torsion. For example, the case of spandrel beam. So spandrel beams are basically the beam which are being provided on the outside wall or along the outside boundary of the building. So in this case, you can see this is the outside, say for example, this is the outside wall. So along the wall, we have provided this outside beam. And this beam is cast monolithically with the horizontal member, say the slab. So in that case, what will happen when the load on this slab will come, then there will be a bending like this. So if we imagine, if we cut the section, then we see that the half of the part is trying to rotate like this. And ultimately, it is actually creating a moment on this beam. So this beam will try to rotate like this. You can see this is the separate diagram for the end beam. So this part of slab, which may be subjected to some vertical load. So this vertical load will try to rotate this beam like this, which means this beam will be subjected to the torsion. Similarly, if you look at this beam, in that case also, so in that case also, you can see, say this is the main beam and it is supporting a secondary beam. And if the secondary beam is subjected to a vertical load, what will happen? It will bend like this and ultimately it will try to rotate the main beam like this. So this main beam will be subjected to torsion in that case. Similarly, if we look at this third case, C case, in this case also, this beam AB will also rotate because of the application of load at point C. Similarly, this is in the D case, this is a ring beam. So when the when the beam is curved, so in that case also, if it is subjected to a vertical load, what will happen? It will again try to twist the beam. So this beam will bend as well as it also twist it. Similarly, if we look at the ring beam of the figure C, this ring beam are generally provided in case of uh, the overhead water tank. So if you have seen that there are some overhead water tank, and to provide the lateral support to the vertical column of the overhead tank, we provide some ring beam. So these ring beam are also subjected to torsion along with the bending and shear. So these are some of the cases where torsion will act. And when torsion is acting in the beam, in that case, we have to design the beam for torsion. Now, talking about the torsion in beam never occur in its pure form. Generally, it occurs in the beam in combination with the flexure and transverse shear. Flexure is basically the bending. So torsion will never occur in its pure form in the reinforced concrete member, but it actually occurs in combination with the bending and the shear force. And therefore, as I said, torsion in its pure form is rarely encountered. And because of this, the interactive behavior of torsion with the bending moment and flexural shear in reinforced concrete beam is very complex. So understanding this interactive behavior of torsion with the moment and shear, very difficult. It is a very complex phenomenon. So therefore, IS code, for the convenience in design, IS code has prescribed some simplified design procedure, some design formula, which reflect judicious blend of theoretical consideration and experimental result. And also the design is on the conservative side. So we will continue our discussion in the next part. Thank you.